Hi, second graders. What I'm going to talk to you about today is visualizing. Now, we've done this skill a lot this year, and in the beginning of the year, we learned that visualizing is like playing a movie in your head while you're reading a story, especially in a book that has no pictures. So our skill and our target skill right here says, I can see pictures in my mind as I read. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a really short story. And I'm going to show you how I visualize, and that helps me really connect with the story and know what's going on. All right, so it says, the sweat dripped down Jim's forehead as he sprinted across the overgrown lawn toward his house. So already I know that I have a person that I'm visualizing. He's sweaty, and I know that the lawn is going to be really, really tall because it says overgrown. The sun was blazing hot and there were no clouds in sight. His mom sat waiting for him in a rocking chair on the covered porch with a large pitcher of ice-cold lemonade. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing my picture because it's going to help me really understand my story. So I can already think of tall grass. When you visualize, you can even add colors. I'm just going to do it quick right here on the board. Tall grass. And it said that the sweat dripped down Jim's forehead as he sprinted across the lawn. So I can see Jim running, and I'm just going to draw a stick person, okay? So I can see Jim running across the yard. And I'm even going to hide his feet down here. That way you can see how tall the grass is when it said overgrown. And it said that the sweat dripped down his face and that he was even panting. So he looks really tired, and I'm just gonna, he's got sweat dripping off of him. Maybe even on his face right here. Okay, so I can see he's running, he's tired, he must have just done something really, really physical. And he's running towards his house, it said. And it said that there was a porch. So I'm gonna draw his nice big house. With a porch on it, and I bet that there's some steps to this porch. And then I remember it said that he was running towards the house, and his mom was sitting there with a nice pitcher of ice cold lemonade, and she was sitting in a rocking chair. So she wasn't just sitting in a chair, it was a rocking chair. And this is important because I am visualizing exactly what the story is telling me. And I can see Mom sitting there. And I bet she's smiling because she's happy to see her son. And she's got a nice pitcher of lemonade. And I know it's ice cold, so I'm going to put some ice in it. Okay, now I'm going to keep reading. It said, as he made his way up the porch steps, oh good, so I have my porch steps, he could hear his heart pounding as he panted loudly. So I know I'm going to make his face like he's really, really tired. He must have done something really, really exhausting. Jim's mom poured a tall glass of lemonade for him. So in her other hand, I'm going to put a really tall glass because she's going to pour it out for him. All right. He gulped down the drink in seconds and extended his arm for more. As his mom refilled his cup, he smiled, savoring his delicious, zesty flavor that remained in his mouth. He was grateful for a refreshing drink after a long, hard run. Now, it's important because I'm not going to put Jim up here now, but it's important to remember that your visualizations can change. So this is just what I started with. And it said that it was a blazing hot sun and no clouds in the sky. So I can see this big, huge sun with heat coming off of it and no clouds in the sky. But towards the end of the story, my visualizations might change. So I could even draw another picture where he's up on this porch, he's gulping down his lemonade, he's breathing so heavy, and you can see his heart pounding through his chest because that's what the story told me. Now, when you're reading a story and it has no pictures, like in a chapter book that you guys are reading, It's important to picture those pictures in your mind on your own because it helps you connect to the story. Sometimes when I read a book and I visualize and I have those pictures in my mind, and then I watch the movie, I'm upset because my visualizations were way different than the movies. So, when we visualize, I want you guys to try doing this with the book Where the Wild Things Are. You're going to listen to a story, and then you're going to visualize certain parts of that story and show me what you were seeing. What colors? Were you seeing monsters? What were you seeing so that I can see the book through your eyes?